Okay, Kjære everybody. Welcome to another Hellenic Pagan video. This one being number 31, I believe. Hellenic Pagan videos are brought to you by the Ancient Fellowship of Mystics, recorded at Agape Prophet House in Larissa, Greece. My name is Evan Rigakis, and I am your administrator. Okay, so pagan practices is going to become an actual series. So I'm starting it off with the rites of Thysia, which is sacrifice, and it's actually part of the book. It's in the book, and most of this video is quoted directly out of the book. So even though the topic sacrifice of this video has not been requested that much, still a solid understanding is necessary in our tradition. This is not going to be a complete analysis of sacrifice. Most of us have done some research into sacrifice, and those that haven't really should. If you wish, if you wish a more detailed analysis, you could leave a request in the comments, and maybe it'll become part of another video in this series, Pagan Practices. This video was triggered actually by a statement made by some well-known American evangelical pastor whose name, I don't know, there's so many of them too, but I really can't remember it. And I heard it like years ago when I was still in Texas, and it was on a Christian TV show, like the 700 Club, or they have a lot of them now. But this one really got me. I mean, just knocked me over, because he stated that in ancient Corinth, they would regularly sacrifice babies, and the corpses were just discarded at the side of the road. This, he claimed, was written in their book of lies, Bible. This, of course, when I heard that, there was such a shock that went through me. It left me disgusted, but it also left me speechless. What is even more disturbing is that this was a televised sermon. So there are millions of people that believe this to be true. And there are 30 million evangelicals in the United States of 350 million. 30 million affect another 30 million. And next thing you know, this lunacy becomes a common belief. And that, to me, is scary. So, recently, just going through YouTube, just fucking around or whatever, and this I seen this evangelical thing, and I clicked on it, and lo and behold, they were saying the exact same thing. So it just triggered me completely from then. Like that was 5 years ago. So now I said, oh yeah, I want to know. Okay, so now I'm doing the video. Okay. Okay, needless to say, it is not written in the Bible, nor anywhere else for that matter. Historically, there is no evidence of human sacrifice among the Greeks. There is evidence that show the Greeks considered human sacrifice to be uncivilized, savage. What the evidence does show is that animals or livestock were used for blood sacrifices. The greatest and highest of offerings among the Greeks was the blood sacrifice. Even though the evangelical narrative is bullshit, it does raise some questions. For instance, okay, let's see. What was used in blood sacrifices? Animals, livestock. Where did they take place? Was there one standard blood sacrifice for all the gods and goddesses? What did... I've run into that one a lot because many people seem to think that they only sacrifice goats or they only or sheep. But no. What did happen to the sacrifice and or offering after the ritual? There are many things that were considered in a blood sacrifice. The choice of the sacrifice depends on the god or goddess. The following list, there's a book that I found that gives us a list of what sacrifices went with what god or goddess. The following list, which I'll quote it, is found in an 1827 Greek publication of Stefano Kometa's work, The Greek Mythology, and never was able to find an English translation of it. But here is the list, nonetheless. Okay. I got my old man glasses on, so I'll be able to read this, right? Okay. Celestial, sky, and etherical gods, they would get white roosters. Yeah, roosters. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Yeah, rooster. Aquatic gods, of the sea. Black roosters thrown into the waters of the sea. Right. Okay. Black cock-a-doodle-doo. Yeah. Chthonian, meaning underworld gods, or terrestrial gods. White quadrupeds, okay, four-legged animals. And it's about all four-legged animals. All animals are four-legged. For the dead, black quadrupeds. For Giveli, female pig pregnant. a pregnant female pig. Okay. Zeus, a bull or ox. Ida, Hera, heifer or bullock, female lamb and sheep. Poseidon, Poseidon this, Poseidon that. Poseidon, bull or ox and sheep. Hades or Hades, black bull or ox. Persephone, black heifer or bullock. Hecate, goose, a goose, like Mother Goose. Hecate, the Chthonian mother goddess. Hecate, goose. Dimitra, a female pig and piglets. Aphrodite, dove, a heifer or bullock, and a white goat. Dionysus, a billy goat. Helios, Helios, honey. Okay, honey. Honey and horse. Apollo, ram, sheep, goat, billy goat, and young bull. Aries, horse, bull or ox, piglet, and or ram. Athena, bull or ox, not a heifer, not a bullock, bull or ox and lamb. And Artemis, finally, deer, goat, heifer, or bullock. Okay, that's the list. Interesting, right? Okay. So, let's continue. Okay, blood sacrifices were usually held at a temple of the god or goddess, whatever, and on special occasions, special events, like a festival, usually a state festival or whatever. Excuse me. A sacrifice to a celestial god or goddess was performed on a very large altar, like the one that you find at the Temple of Apollo at Delphi. It's like this humongous altar. It's just a big giant thing of marble, and it's got to be over 10 feet tall. You know, I mean, you can't even reach the top of it. I'm sure they had some sort of scaffolding that they would make, or, you know, some sort of ramp that they would make, because Apollo, would have a bull, or, I mean, they're pretty big, you know. So a larger altar, a sacrifice to a terrestrial or a chthonic god or goddess was performed on the ground. A sacrifice to an aquatic god or goddess was performed on the shores of a body of water, and the sacrifice thrown into the water to drown, in which they would retrieve it afterwards. Yeah. So does this apply to offerings? Of course, a sacrifice is an offering, after all. It was believed by pronouncing the name of the god or goddess at the very moment of first blood, the god or goddess would take possession of the sacrifice and thereby infuse the sacrifice with their divine essence. So instead of discarding the sacrifice, it was roasted actually over the altar fire to be consumed by the celebrants in attendance. The blood and the best parts were further burnt offerings, completely, that the fumes would rise to the celestial gods or goddesses, or buried in the earth to descend to the Chthonian god or goddess, or thrown into a body of water for the aquatic god and goddess. They believed by consuming the sacrifice, they were receiving the divine essence and enjoyed communion with the gods. Therefore, if the Greeks really did conduct human sacrifices, they were also cannibals. A blood sacrifice was also reserved for special events, usually like a festival, right? Just another example of this, of the lies Christianity spreads in their intolerance of other religions. If you would like a more detailed and general account of sacrifice and offerings, please leave your request in the comments below. I'm thinking of probably making this part of the series of pagan practices anyways. So thank you for watching till the end. Subscribe if you haven't already, and like my video if you did like it. No, I don't want you to like it because you didn't like it. Anyway, keep safe. Don't trust your government, and we shall talk again.